And welcome to Encounters in Ecto with Michelle and myself. Thanks for hanging in there. We are back.
Yes, we are. Took a little bit, but we got it going on.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be discussing, well, there's a few things actually. I want to discuss the UFOs that people have been seeing lately, because that seems to be more on the news. And then just a couple of places that I have visited in the last month or so. Just one of them was crazy. So.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that about the UFOs. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, have you seen all the sightings and stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that is insane. What is there something ridiculous like over 200
I don't know what's
sightings
going
in the last
on.
month?
I don't know what's going on. It's like that one meme you had, whatever you have, put it back, will you?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I swear to God, I don't. It just seemed to have picked up.
I think they said there was over 200 sightings.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, let's see. I'm trying to get stuff posted
Yeah,
here.
you and me both. I'll do the message board. You do the other. Yeah, we're trying to get stuff posted here, so bear with us. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, your meme about and put the jewel back. Don't open the mummies things. Put them back for a while.
With the mummies, they're saying that they brought out King Tut, right?
Yeah. Put them back.
Why on earth would you do that?
Put them back. Please. Quit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just been one crazy year so far. Crazy. I don't get it. I don't know.
This year has been, I don't know.
It's like
Facebook, whatever we got to do, throw a virgin in a volcano.
Yeah, burn them. Yeah, throw them in the volcano.
Put the jewel back in the eye and yell Jumanji, whatever you got to do. Go back to 1955, fix it, whatever you got to do.
Absolutely.
DeLorean,
Absolutely. It's totally insane. It just really is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a total, talk about a wild ride.
Most definitely. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm like getting everything mixed up here. Okay, there we go. Yay.
I don't know and then of course the murder hornets, and then we have this locust coming back this year.
But don't those come back anyways?
Every 17 years, this happens to be the year.
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre, isn't it? During the presidential craziness going on.
Yeah, of all years, yeah, absolutely. This is one year, people won't talk about. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just skip over that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Yeah, we had the quarantine or isolation, whatever it was, and
the toilet paper shortage still going on.
Just craziness going on. It makes you wonder, what the heck is going on.
I know, who put the spell on us? Gandalf, stop.
Right?
I don't think he threw that ring in. That's what I think.
Maybe not. Maybe that was all a bunch of crap.
Oh my God. Things going on. It's all crazy.
It is.
You have any stories for us tonight? No?
No.
Oh, bummer, man.
Well, usually, during our podcast, they'll send us stories and stuff like that. Like during it, we haven't had them in a few weeks. So it's like they're, that we have to wait for some more. But
yeah, there were some issues going on, but everything's good.
A few issues.
Yeah. Good. So if you have a terrifying tale, let us know.
Or anything like that. Mostly tonight, like I said, I wanted to. I mean, these 200 UFO sightings, 200 plus or whatever, Some of them have video, some have pictures, some it was just call-ins to share stations and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
What do you think they're seeing, honestly?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't believe they're all drones or just
Yeah.
planes or whatever the case is. So, I don't know. I think,
Well, some of them that I watched, it almost looked like space junk falling from the sky and like going behind clouds as it went down. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that could well be.
Like, it seemed like it was coming down and then like a cloud blocked it, so it looked like it disappeared and reappeared, but in fact it looked like a cloud went across.
I think that's real possible.
Because a lot of that's serious. And then we had like the meteor showers and stuff like that, and there's, I don't want to add,
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it really did it. But then you had like this independent space launch thing that happened, and who knows what flew off from that and where and what.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not all that though. There's just too many.
Yeah, of course, it all can't be explained away. There were some that were like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah, right? Very true. So, yeah, I'm not, the rest, I think there's space junk coming down. There always is, I guess, at some point. Old satellites or whatever,
right,
too.
anything.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows? It could be planes, it could be government,
Yeah, but I don't think it's all that.
experimental stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you said, not all of it. Absolutely
No.
not. But I just, I don't.
Yeah.
I had an elderly person tell me one night the aliens were watching us from the woods, and that they blend in with the walls like camouflage. Like he says, those lizards that change colors on buildings?
Chameleons.
Said,
yeah.
He says, well, that's what they do. They blend in with your wall. You don't know they're there till they move.
Okay,
And I'm like, nice.
Yeah, right?
So, I mean, anything's possible. We all know that.
Right.
You and I. Now, for me, I really, truly think that, like I said, I've always said this, that these are interdimensional.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Come in and out.
Yeah,
I don't see how all these aliens can, like, go in and out of our atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just doesn't, that does not make sense.
Right, exactly.
They go into space and go where? Where the hell do they go?
Well, some say they, well, some say the bottom of the oceans and lakes.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, when they leave our atmosphere, where are they going?
Yeah, exactly. And there's no sign of them after that. None, zero. So, yeah.
So even if they move at the speed of light, where the hell are they going?
Exactly.
Where they land and so I really do.
Personally, I think they're avoiding us right now with all the crap going on.
Well, I would. If I came to this planet
Oh,
right
hell
now,
no.
going,
Yeah.
Hell no.
We'll come back
I
later.
would turn around and just go back and be like,
no kidding.
Ain't nobody worth taking right now.
I know, right? It's terrible. Oh, my God. But, like I said, I don't think we can not just put aside all of that. There's a majority of it we can, but some of it, I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems to be the case with most alien sightings. Yeah. It just, like you said, it's usually, like you can usually spot the crap right off the bat, boom, gone.
Right.
And then there's some people that really try hard to fake it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you got to weed out those people, and then you're usually left with about 20%.
Right.
Of all the ones that are reported that, so probably out of those 200 cases, there's probably 40 legit.
Right.
Honestly, don't know what the heck it is, can't identify it. It's not faked and it's not crap. So.
Right.
I mean, that's the general consensus anyways, like those UFO hunters, that's what they say, usually about 40% of what's reported is actually valid
Exactly.
Like something that's actually something that's not a weather balloon and it's not a helicopter or it's not
Right.
fake or,
Drones
yeah.
and that type of thing.
Speaking of drones, did they ever find out what that crap in Colorado and
No.
Nebraska was?
No.
I mean, I have friends there and they claim that there's never been an explanation.
Nope.
And nobody's claiming it. I mean, I personally think it was our government. I do. Because I just don't see how
Let's
that
see.
could not be.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody, it was like after that last time we had talked about it, it's like you heard nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. I don't know. It's by a poor woman with the one in her backyard that kept showing up.
Right.
You'd think she would have noticed if it was a military thing, though. Not what she said, though. So I don't know.
Well, most of the close-ups of them, they were totally unmarked.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no markings on their government claims. They don't know, but I find that very hard to believe with the technology that we have that they did not know, or that they did not try to shoot down one to find out what the hell it was. I think that it was probably something that we were doing secretly to try to map locations with the drones,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. But I just find it crappy that whoever did this, they did this for, how long to those people?
Yeah, it was a couple.
And they're still, some people
here
still
we go.
claim that there's sightings.
It says that in the Great Plains they're repeatedly visited by unidentified and accounted for drones is what they're calling them. They're still baffled by it. Let's see. But it attracted attention from the FBI, Air Force, Army, and Federal Aviation Administration.
Well, these things were huge. These were not like like people think drones. They're thinking these little toy drones that you get from Walmart or the ones that
these things were
buy from the hobby store. These things were huge.
They were at least 6 feet long and flying in groups. So they were in groups of like 10.
So imagine that. Even if they touched, that was 60 feet across. They weren't touching.
Mm-mm.
So they were probably flying 10 to 20 feet apart. So they they probably take up a span of like a half a mile to a mile.
Right. Surveillance aircraft was deployed. Of course, more eyes were glued to the sky. Still nothing, or at least no answers. They all have NORAD, the command bunker, as well as private defense and aerospace companies are in Colorado there. They have all denied responsibility. It reached the attention of the FAA, and they're clueless as to what they might be up to. Last week, the Colorado State Department of Public Safety that it was calling off any more organized efforts to identify them, but not before leaving us with an official UFO sighting. So they did designate it as an official UFO sighting. Let's see. They have no clue. Everybody's still. There you go.
Yeah, so they're still.
Yeah.
They just still have not figured that one out. And then those lights that they recently seen.
Yeah.
In Virginia.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like, all these things keep popping up, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. Some people say it was for the FG tower or the 5G towers, and other people were saying, those 5G towers get blamed for a lot, don't they? But anyway.
Yeah, don't they though?
But they were saying those the lights that they were seeing in the hills was them putting that up.
I
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Aliens are military.
Put off balls of light into the sky.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 feet in the air. That makes no sense.
in the Outer Banks there. One guy said he was on a ferry when he saw. He was nowhere near land.
Yeah.
And his footage has gone viral. His name is Guy Williams, in case you want to check it out.
Yeah, and these lights were seen from Virginia and North Carolina.
Right.
There was a span of 2 or 3 states they were seeing.
Yeah. I don't think it was what they were putting up then. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But that's what they were claiming. They're saying that it was putting off sparks because some kind of thing exploded and it put sparks. And I'm thinking, there's no way this was seen in 3 states.
No. It must be really huge. I would have killed some people, I would think. But according to the National UFO Reporting Center, North Carolina is considered one of the most active places for UFOs. So
isn't that wild?
Yeah. But it
was
by
water.
Yeah. There you go.
Doesn't matter if it's fresh water or salt water, but it's always by water.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not all from those lights. What they were putting up, I love it.
Now, there's rumors going now. See, you live in this area, so I need to know if you have heard anything about this. Because there was a rumor on the underground, but I haven't been able to confirm it anywhere, that there was some flooding in Lake Erie.
Yeah.
And supposedly there was some creature that came out of the lake, like a snake creature that came out. People saw it, and it went back into the lake. Have you heard anything about this?
Nope.
Okay, because this has been the rumor in the underground, like this gigantic, almost like it was a snake, but it was huge, like Jurassic type huge. That came out of the lake when it was flooding, and it came up on land for a minute, turned around and went back, and supposedly several people witnessed this.
Okay, where was it? So I can...
It just said Lake Erie.
Okay.
So I've been searching the net, and I cannot find anything except in just underground chatter. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is legit or if it's just something people are trying to start a rumor of, or if there's people out there that's actually seen this.
Let me see here if I see anything in the local stuff here.
Some people were saying it was some gigantic fish. Other people were saying it was a gigantic snake. So, curious with you living, around that area, if you had heard anything about this.
Let's see. I think so, Farron. It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me either.
Okay.
I mean, God sakes, these lakes are huge. God knows what lives in them.
Okay.
And it was supposedly flooding this year. It was supposedly during isolation when they had everything closed off down there and people were down there and they could actually see this thing coming out.
Yeah, they're calling it, we have a Lake Erie Bessie, is what they call it, okay? So I'm wondering if that's what they're referring to. And there is something, they described it as black and about 35 foot long with a snake-like head.
That's exactly what they said it was. They said it was between about 30 to 40 feet.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, they're claiming with the flooding this year that it came out onto land. And it didn't get too far, but it turned around and went right back into the water.
Right. Apparently it was spotted. And we have John Schaffner here. He's editor of the weekly paper in Port Clinton. He has set up a toll-free phone line for people to call if they have seen the serpent. So I'm sure he was busy.
Okay, so it's confirmed that people did see this.
Yes.
It's not just some chatter on the underground. Okay.
No.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, they've always said there's the legend of the Lake Erie Monster rises again.
Well, that's a trip.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
They're calling it Scotland's fabled Loch Ness Monster's cousin, Bessie.
Like I said, I wouldn't doubt it. These lakes are...
Well, don't forget, we have the Davis Bessie Nuclear Power Plant here.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Because God knows what that does to creatures.
I didn't even want to know. I didn't even want to fish in there.
Well, these lakes are okay. So the Great Lakes. I mean, I could be wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe getting mixed up with things. But are they or are they not the product of like the melting of the ice age? Right.
Right.
Okay. So God knows.
Yeah.
What's in these lakes?
Yeah. I don't know how deep it is in
Yeah.
some spots. I don't know, but it can get pretty deep out there. So
Yeah, I would imagine as large as these lakes are,
Yeah.
you know, well, because you think about like even near like dams and stuff like that where the water is deep.
Yeah.
You know that they claim there's catfish down there that could eat a human.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Okay, so imagine how big a fish could get in the Great Lakes.
Yeah. I don't even. Yeah. I don't even want to see this thing.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's got to be something in those, because it's not just oh, we're gonna go bass fishing, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's got to be something that lives there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it
could be.
It
could be a. I don't think it's definitely a sea creature, but it could be like a huge type of what do they call them? Moray eels.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Or what about those weird ones that look like they got like a little suction cup at the end?
Oh yeah,
They don't have ice in them. There's just a suction cup.
Yeah.
God knows how big those things get. When you think about what lives in the oceans, you've got these gigantic whales and and sharks and things like that. So you imagine that. I'm sure freshwater.
Oh yeah.
Should be just as bad.
Oh, definitely. I would think so. Absolutely. And the lake did not. We've been having a lot of flooding because of this type of weather. Like today, it went from like feeling like 99 to 61. Are you freaking kidding me?
Exactly.
But the winds
those lakes don't freeze solid.
And
That's
it usually
thick layer of ice.
Sometimes, usually in the winter, it will at some point. Not this year.
But you know what I mean? Like the whole lake, like all the way down, doesn't freeze, or there wouldn't be ice fishing.
Right. We didn't have any.
They can drill down to the water, right?
Right. We didn't have any this year here. Any ice. So
it's crazy.
Very mild.
But do you know what I mean? Though, so there has to be water under there. So like things don't freeze. So there's obviously a place for like a large creature to go if it goes that deep.
Oh, absolutely.
If there's a certain surface, it doesn't freeze.
Yeah, absolutely.
Visible, I mean.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with this, like I said, with the weather, the winds are coming out of the northeast, which brings that water in. So it's been. I can see why it would have popped up. That's been crazy this year with the flooding. So.
Yeah, they said it was during the flooding, and they said that this creature supposedly, like where it was flooded, I guess up to some park or something, that it had came out, people seen it, and it just kind of came out, and they seemed like it's, like, if they said it looked like a big, well, some people said it was a big, like it looked like a long, large fish, and other people said it was a large serpent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a way, it's got, scales. Yeah. So,
right.
But it came out, and I suppose it came, like, right on, just kind of looped back around and went back into the water.
East Harbor State Park. I think that's where it was seen at.
It was a park. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. But now we have a place, and we have an event. So it's not just chatter. This is eyewitnesses. People are seeing this stuff. So that's bizarre.
Yeah.
People actually seen this. They said it was like a group of like 10 to 12 people actually seen this thing. So it wasn't just like one person in town. There was a group of people that seen it. So be careful out in Lake Erie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, we have the nuclear plant right out here. So
Lake Erie is eerie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Erie, I had a few outings here.
Oh, yes,
last month or so. One was Bray Road in Wisconsin.
Oh, yep.
And a lot of people may be familiar with the Bray Road Monster, or Bray Road Dog Man, whatever you want to call it. I went out there, and it was actually during the day because we weren't able to get back there during the evening, but when I went there, I could actually see how a creature could live in those woods. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of farmland there, there is a lot of like farms and farmland and like little prairie type thing. But the woods there, the wooded parts are so dense.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Like, I could seriously see how. And one thing I thought was really bizarre, that when we were driving, there was this barn, and this barn had like these, almost like their doors and windows had like these pries on them, like they were holding the doors closed from the outside.
Wow.
I thought that was odd. I'm like, why would you do like, what's in that barn?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they did. They had all their doors closed, and they had like cinder blocks in front of some. They had like these bars in front of other ones.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really strange. Even the doors on top and stuff like that were nailed closed.
Holy cow.
And then when you go further down the road, there's this house that has like this statue of the Bray Road creature.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's a statue, and it has like a cub with it, or a little pup, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just thought that was odd. That not only did it have a statue of the creature, but it looked like a statue of the creature with a baby.
Oh my God! Why would they have that?
Well, right. What do these people know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we kind of went up and down the road just kind of looking at stuff. And like I said, I can really see, like, in areas that the woods are so dense.
Yeah. You can look this up and see the pictures. It is.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I mean, and I could see why at night, like, one, like, may go out of the woods to cross the road or go into the pastures or the prairies to kind of look at things. Or to be looking for food. So, yeah. It's, and people still claim they're still there. They're still sighting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not as much as there was in the late 80s, early 90s, but there's still sightings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a big hot time there during that. The sightings there, yeah. And they're actually saying, could be some type of werewolf. They don't know what it is, but there's been a lot of accounts of this.
Oh, yes. Some people call him the dog man.
Yeah.
Some people call it a werewolf. Some people just call it the beast. But it's most definitely, I mean, and there's actually scientists that are thinking this is some kind of wolf. They're thinking that, because at one time, I guess, Wisconsin had a lot of wolves.
Yep.
And I guess the people that had settled here pretty much wiped them out.
What a surprise.
Because they didn't want them here. They were stealing their livestock, whatnot. So what I'm thinking maybe is at one time, maybe a few survived, and they just kind of survived by morphing and kind of.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the right word. Like, just basically getting into the habit around them. So maybe they learned how to walk on 2 feet. Maybe they learned different things to, and God knows, who knows if there's not some creepo out there that did so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We don't know what goes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
They believe that.
That think this is some kind of like genetically warped wolf.
Wouldn't surprise me. Nothing would surprise me anymore, especially after this year. But they believe that the Beast of Bray Road is a type of werewolf, or maybe something similar to the Michigan Dogman.
Yeah.
So there you go. And or it could be that the natives believe it could be a Wendigo. It's an awful spirit said to arise from a man who has consumed the flesh of another in an act of cannibalism. Okay. But they kind of dismiss
Wisconsin
that.
and Michigan towards the top of the states are connected.
Yeah.
So it's very easy that this could be the same creature.
It very well could be. But they're kind of dismissing the Wendigo theory because the Wendigo is a spirit. And I guess there have been a lot of sightings, even by law enforcement, and the cars have been, like, scratched to hell. I mean, there was a picture somewhere.
Dented,
yeah, these huge...
teeth marks.
If you would see these... I wish I could find the picture of that, because I would post it. these claw marks on this one car. It was crazy. It was definitely not a dog. Let's put it that way.
Well, and a lot of the people who have seen this thing, you
Yeah.
know, it's not just like drunk teenagers.
Right. No, they're law enforcement or.
Yeah, there was one guy who was like responsible for like getting the roadkill off the roads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got, you know, he had like a whole list of things, and when it was towards winter time, so it got dark early.
Oh yeah.
But he was out there and he had this deer, and he put it in the back of his truck, and he said he sat there for a minute on the side of the road, and he was, you know, writing down, logging some stuff, and he felt like his truck going boom, boom, you know, kind of up and down. And he's like, what the heck? So at first he thought it was just wind, but then it started getting a little crazy, and he looked back out of his back window, and there's this thing in the back of his truck eating this deer.
Yeah. Ooh.
So he had honked the horn trying to get it out, so it kind of jumped a little. But as he's driving away, this thing jumped, grabbed that deer off the back of the truck.
Holy crap.
And took off with it.
Holy crap.
So this is a city official.
Yeah.
But nobody believed him. They were like, oh, sure, okay, all right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But
I believe it.
I personally, just because I had seen the video where he was talking about it, and I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
I totally believe him.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
There was another lady who was just driving home.
Yes.
And she had to go through Bray Road. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Where
yes.
she's seen it cross the road, and she didn't know what it was, so she kind of drove a little slower, and it came out and started attacking her car.
Yes.
So, but like I said, I can totally see how something like that could
Oh,
live
yeah.
there.
If you would look at the area pictures, which you can see, there's definitely no doubt. No doubt, yeah.
Very, very dense forest.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah. If you all get a chance, go out there and check it out. I mean, if you're in the area, it's definitely, you know, be respectful of people's property and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it's just bizarre. Like, you just go through and you see, like, the statue, like I said, that barn, that was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
You know, because normally, you know, it's like it's like they were trying to keep something inside.
Yeah, that is, Yeah. Yeah, that would bother me.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Over there, I was like, what the hell are they? Why do they got those doors?
Yeah.
Then you look and the top's all messed up. Oh my God, I really got in there, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad I don't live here, yes.
Right? So, that was a little odd to me. It was a big red bar, too, you know, typical farm, you know, in Wisconsin. You know, you got the house and the trees and all that stuff, and here's this big red bar, and it's got, like, bricks and wedges.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep driving, I don't see a thing.
Yep. Just keep driving.
I mean, it's not something they're hiding. You could see it right from the road.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Ooh.
You know? But you never know, you know, that kind of deal. You never know what they're, you know, there could be like some kind of sanitation thing for cows milking, or who knows.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
to keep the doors closed. Nobody knows, but I just thought it was bizarre. So, and you know, yeah, go check it out if anybody can get in that area. It's definitely. It's a trip to see, just to see all the different houses that are on the road. And you're thinking, what kind of weird crap are these people seeing?
Yeah, that would really.
You know, on a nightly basis, what do they hear? What do they see every single day?
Yeah. What kind of
how
field
many
did
people that are older that live there have, you know, what kind of stories do they have?
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, did you get a feeling when you went through there?
Not really. On Bray Road, no.
No.
It was just a bizarre kind of feeling. Like this is just odd.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the people with the statue in their yard.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and I'll post a picture of that on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why would they show a little one with it?
Yeah, it was a house, and it had the statue, and it was the Bray Road beast, and it had like a baby.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's just a really bizarre thing. You know,
yeah.
You see, I can understand the beast, but to have a baby, it's like, what do they know?
Yeah, what are they? Yeah, what is going on here? I'd love to talk to those people.
I can kind of see their point, though, because you think about it, dogs don't have, even wolves, you know, they don't have a lifespan that lasts for 50, 60 years. So this thing has to have babies somewhere to keep it going.
But why put that? I mean, yeah, that would be something bizarre because it's nothing we heard about. You know what? Yeah, so
Exactly.
yeah, it would be
Yeah,
great to
you
talk
never
to these
hear of
people.
like babies. So for them to have a statue of a pup with it's like, hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, definitely go check out that road if you can. Like I said, it's a lot of windy roads, back roads to get there, but it's really kind of cool to check this out. Now there's another place called Weary
Oh
Road.
yeah, what is up with that?
There's supposedly a ghost out there, the ghost of Mr. Weary.
Yeah,
Stuff like he's been there 3 times. He appears.
yeah.
All
The
these
tunnel of
stories. But
trees. Did you go through
what
the?
I experienced there had nothing to do with ghosts. It was really bizarre.
Okay, did you go through
Oh,
that tunnel of trees there?
yes. Okay,
Oh,
we went through the tunnel. You get there and you're going down this road, and there's like these trees that just kind of overflow the road, and it's kind of
right.
like this tunnel of trees. And we stopped, and the weirdest thing, when trees, when the wind's blowing, it almost sounds like a knocking noise,
Yeah.
when they hit. But it was so weird. It was like the trees were talking to each other. I know that sounds so bizarre, but it was strange. It's like this one would knock, and then one across would knock, and it's like it was just weird.
Ooh,
But like you would hear like just sound. It was just so weird. It almost sounded the trees were talking.
I could see that. I could see that.
And we got a couple pictures and things like that. I thought, okay, well that one can be explained to wind. So then you keep going. You get to this kind of almost like a 90-degree turn, and there's this bridge you have to cross.
Okay.
So we stopped on the other side of the bridge, and we were there. There really wasn't anything there that was, to me, out of the ordinary at that time. And, it's just like a lot of, you could tell a lot of people have been there, a lot of graffiti and
Yeah.
just crap that kids do, just ruin the bridge and the ground. And, of course, idiots putting pentagram, stuff like that. Now, what I did find weird there, okay, like you're looking off in this field on one side, and then there's some trees on the other. And in this field at the corner, there's almost like this like sewer type thing or irrigation thing, and I kept hearing like this weird noise from there. It was like, just like this really, it was just like this really high pitch, like, so I thought, okay, maybe it's gophers or, but it wasn't. It was like the most weird sound I've heard, but I was not going near that thing. No, we went there during the day, so it was like, so that was odd enough. So we're like, okay, it's probably just a bunch of kids, making crap up. So you go further down the road, and there's a farm there and stuff, and then then it's really weird. There's this really odd-looking tree, and I mean odd-looking, it's got like all these bumps on it and all this stuff. And you pass that tree, and when you go around that corner, now this is a part of Weary Road that people don't even talk about, but you're in between these two farmlands, and went there, and it's like all of a sudden you felt like you were being pulled down in your seat.
Oh.
Almost like the gravitational pull went weird.
Oh my God.
And it was totally insane. So we were driving through that, and then when you get to the end, there's like this church on the right-hand side, and as soon as you get to that church, it stops. Like all of a sudden you feel like you're rising back up in your seat. So we're just like, okay, great, we're in Weary Road, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
So we started exploring around the area, found country roads, and kind of got lost, actually.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best
On our
thing.
way back, we see Weary Road again, but from the backside where the church starts.
Ah.
Instead of where the trees are. So we thought, what the heck, we'll go through it again, see if we experience the same thing. So we go down, and as soon as we got past that church and got towards that farmland, same thing. You felt like you were being pulled down in your seat. I said, okay, stop the car. I am getting out. I want to see what's going on here.
Right.
So got out of the car, and it was like really heavy to walk.
Oh my God.
It was so bizarre. It was almost like, like when you wear ankle weights, that
Yeah,
feeling?
yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Oh my
It
God.
felt like something was just like, not making it impossible for you to walk, but, so just did some experiments doing that, trying to walk and different things like that. All of a sudden, this guy appears out of nowhere.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
literally, we're looking ahead of us. There's nothing there. And all of a sudden, we look down. I remember looking down at the car for a second, like looking at the tire because I want to see if the tires were being pushed down. We look up, and this guy comes strolling by. He's like on this, like a tricycle, bicycle. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, my God.
He's an elderly gentleman. He has this big, tall orange flag on his bike. And he comes pedaling by, and he just looks at us and smiles.
Oh, that's what that guy does. That ghost.
Okay, so this is weird, but he's an old guy on a tricycle, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Those bicycles where you're almost, like, sitting all the way back, you know?
Yeah.
So we're looking, and he smiles as he goes by, so then we looked like, where the hell did he come from? So we looked down the road to look at the cars, like, there's no way. We would have seen that guy come, and we turn around, and he's gone.
Oh, my God.
Gone, and this is a straight freaking road. There was nowhere for this guy to go. There was no way in hell we did not see him coming because he was not going that fast.
Right.
Because the corner that he would have had to have turned was at least quarter to half a mile from us.
Wow.
So there is no way we did not see that guy coming.
Yeah.
Because he was not moving that fast. Then, like I said, we're looking at ahead of us going, where the hell did that guy come from? You know, there's no way we're, talking about him. Then we look back, and he's gone.
Holy crap.
Just gone.
Wow.
So it's like, okay, that was just bizarre. So we're like, okay, so we're just getting the hell out of here. So we're going to go back through Weary Road the way we came in, so that way we know the way home.
Right.
So we get around and pass that tree, and boom, we almost pop up in our seats. So then we get this bright idea. We're going to take out a compass to see what happens.
Yeah, there's a good idea.
We put the car in reverse and went back over where and all of a sudden you feel like you're going down in your seat again. And I took out the compass, and the compass north and south were mixed up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like it was pointing south instead of north. So then we went past the tree, and it started straightening itself out again. But we get up to this bridge, and all of a sudden the compass starts going in weird directions, like north south. So like, okay, so we're gonna set this compass on the bridge, right?
Right.
So we set the compass on the bridge, and it just starts spinning in circles.
Oh, my God.
And this is a metal bridge, so we're like, well, maybe the metal's screwing up.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So we set it on the pavement, and on the pavement it didn't spin in circles, but it was still going north-south. So there's this legend, supposedly, that if you park your car on this bridge and turn off the engine, then it won't start. Supposedly. So we did this. Put the car on the bridge, turned it off, waited 10 seconds, so they started right up. But,
there's a but.
Within not even a week, the brake pads went out on the back of the car.
Get out.
Seriously.
God.
And I mean out of nowhere, and then it got worse and worse, and now it's like making us so we got to replace them. But anyways, it was just... And then there's like pentagrams and all this stuff. So then we decided we were going to take another picture in the trees on the way out. So we got out in the trees, and like as soon as we got out, like this big gust of wind came across, and like these trees sound like they were going to come down on us.
Oh my God.
They were like, crack, 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 So we're like, oh, hell with this. We just got the car, kept going. Yeah. So there is, like I said, there wasn't any, other than that guy, we don't know.
Wow.
What the hell was going on with that, But he did. It was the strangest thing. We were out walking. Literally walking, so we're seeing ahead of us.
Yeah, you would have seen them. Definitely.
And I said, hey, let's see if the tires are. So we looked at the tires. It wasn't even maybe 5 seconds. So there's no way that guy traveled a half mile in 5 seconds.
Right.
On a bike.
Right. I believe that.
And he's just coming at us, and he's just big smile. I mean, huge smile. Just looks over at us and just keeps pedaling.
Well, supposedly that's what this farmer does. He just smirks at you.
Yeah, he did.
There you go. There you go.
Just,
and I believe you.
Like, he didn't show any teeth, but just,
Yeah.
And just kept going by. So, and then, like I said, he disappeared just as fast as he came. So, like, okay.
That's not the first time.
So we thought that people at the farm were screwing with him.
Yeah. No. How would it disappear? Now, I have a story that's
How did he
similar.
appear out of nowhere? We were looking straight ahead. There
Yeah.
was nothing coming.
Yes. And I
Nothing.
believe you because I know a story of something that happened in Tennessee. It was a little stranger, but it appeared and disappeared. It was bizarre. So, yes, I believe it. I do.
So it was just like, and then the heavy thing, that was just the weirdest thing. It was like I said, we got past that weird tree.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden you just felt like you're being pulled down in your seat.
Almost like reverse polarity?
Well, kind of like, have you ever been in one of those gravitrons at a fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and it was kind of
Yes.
like that. It almost felt like you were just being like just held back a little bit. And, not enough to where you couldn't move,
Right.
but you felt it. So then on the way back, we thought we got the bright idea we're going to get out and walk, So, and it felt like we had ankle weights on.
Wow.
And you could actually feel this weirdness in the air.
Ooh.
Almost like this. I can't even describe the weirdness. It was just kind of
Wow.
like pressure on your head.
So can you imagine experiencing things at night? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, no, I honestly don't think I would go there at night. I really don't. Just because that place was really that bizarre to me.
Wow.
And it was funny because when we first went through the trees, the cracking, okay, the wind, and then we got to the bridge, graffiti. I'm like, oh, big whoop, right?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was the most bizarre thing. And then when we got back to the bridge and we set the compass down, the compass started spinning.
Wow.
And then, like I said, I thought, okay, metal bridge, it's possible. So we took it off of the bridge onto the pavement, and it was still going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but not spinning.
Wow. Did you see, go by, supposedly there's a phantom train and unknown lights or did you see a train area, railroad tracks or anything?
There's railroad tracks all through that area.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a phantom train that goes through there.
We did get to a crossing where the lights were going off.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There was a train. And then they went back
and
up.
Unknown lights are among. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. That was probably about a half mile from there.
Yeah.
We went on this road, and the lights were going off. The arms were down, and we're like, okay. But, nobody was going.
That you could see.
And all of a sudden, it just went back up, but there was nothing there. So
this is a phantom train.
I didn't
and
know
unknown.
about that.
Yeah. A phantom train and unknown lights are among the other anomalies described there. So.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. So there could have been a train, you just didn't see it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But at that point, we were just like, but like I said, that whole gravitational, that was
Ooh.
the best description I can find is like, have you ever been in the bottom of a pool, like a 6 to 8 foot pool?
Yeah.
That pressure you feel?
Yes.
That's the pressure I felt.
Wow.
It was just so, and like I said, it's on the other side. Like you go Weary Road, you make the 90-degree turn, you go past this farm. There's like a dairy farm there. There'll be like right hand side, and then you get past that. You go around this other corner, you go past this tree, and that's where we saw that man, and that's where we felt that pull. So it was on the other side of where everybody say all this action is.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the strangest feeling. It's like it's almost like your ears were starting to ring. It was just really weird.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. I say you go there with caution because I don't know what that area is. I don't know.
Well, here's the background on it. The story, of course, Old Man Weary, an elderly fellow, Old Man Weary, he enjoyed entertaining local children, and of course, here come the conspiracy theories and the accusations that he was a pedophile. He was never proven guilty, but the parents secretly conspired to do away with him. One night they snuck out and burned his house to the ground. But unfortunately, some children were present during this, and they died also. So,
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
There is something there on the bridge. There's somebody spray painting like Mr. Weary's coming from you, and of course there's graffiti like all over that thing, and it's on the ground, the pavement, and people have
Yeah.
There's one picture we didn't realize we were taking pictures of the tunnel of trees, and like there's this big penis on the pavement.
Yeah.
But there's just, you could tell it's a place where people go to party. And I don't know who goes there at night because there's pentagrams and things like that all over.
Yeah.
So I don't suggest people. Definitely, if you're going to go there during the day if you want to experience like the gravitational pulls and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I would not go there at night because I don't know what that creature is in the sewer. And I do not know. I've said this before. I fear the living way more than I do the dead.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
You don't know who's hanging out there.
Apparently, they're also saying that they believe that there's black magic and satanic rituals going on.
Oh, I believe it, because there's all kinds of stuff around there. All kinds of stuff. And like I said, I'm telling you, those trees were creepy. Not just the looks, but like you get in there and you get out and you hear them knocking, which you're like, okay, it's the wind, you know. So you're like,
I like your description, like they were talking to each other, though.
Yeah, and
That's
was
cool.
Like you just hear this like sound in them.
Was it windy out?
It was breezy when we first got there. And like I said, you can hear but it was weird. But like they weren't all knocking at once. That's what was weird about it. Like one would knock, and then the one across the way would knock, almost like they were saying things to each other. So it was just it was bizarre. And then like I said, then the last time we went through the opposite way, this big gust came in, and it sounded like these trees were coming down.
Wow.
So we're like, peace out, brother.
Yeah, bye.
Hell no, I was happy to get off that road after the compass and the gravitation from that weird guy coming
and that weird guy coming out of nowhere.
That was so crazy. He's on it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It almost looks like an adult big wheel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they're metal,
Yes.
They lay back and they just pedal. And he had like this large.
We had a couple around town.
Flag,
yeah.
And he came, and then when he passed by us, he just looked at us and this big grin, didn't say a word, nothing.
You might have saw Old Man Weary.
We're tripping and we're looking ahead, going, where the hell are you? And we're looking, and we're like talking to him. So there's no way he did. And also we look back and he's gone.
Yep, there you go. Could have been Old Man Weary himself.
It could have been, or someone who's screwing with there's some kind of dimensional hole there. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
It was strange.
That would not surprise me there because of the compass thing.
Yeah, that was, the compass on the road was just going, remember I told you we put it in reverse and went back. It was like just going north, south, and then all of a sudden it got north and south mixed up.
Yeah.
Like it was pointing south when it should have been north.
Right,
And then when we got further down, it kind of straightened out a little bit, and it started going north, south, and then we put it on the bridge, it was just sitting there spinning.
Wow.
Then we put it off the bridge, it started going north, south, but we're figuring that the bridge has metal, so maybe that's what
it might have helped, yeah.
And plus, there's a creepy little creek that goes right
there. You got water, yeah.
Yes, water. So, and that could be another factor of the whole, whole instance, because there's a creek that travels along that farm and all the way down. So, it's very possible. Very possible.
Wow. Okay, well, listen to that. I'm going to tell you a story. My ex, he had family down in Tennessee, okay? Well, when he was little, his aunt lived down there on Beach Creek Road, they call it, in Tennessee. Beach Creek Road is a straight road. It's got little hills, but nothing major. Well, I guess they were like 16. Him and his brother were coming home one night. They got left behind or something, had to walk home. So they're walking along Beach Creek Road. This is about, 2 in the morning.
Oh,
and this car comes up out of nowhere. Okay? They were walking, all of a sudden this car comes up. And Ralph, his brother's like, oh, great, good. We don't have to walk all the way to, his aunt's house. So this car stops. The passenger door opens, okay? But they notice that the guy was still sitting in a sitting position in the driver's seat. Now, if you're opening the door, you're going to see somebody like come back up, right?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't. Because you could see with the dome light that he didn't move. Okay, Ralph goes up to the door. Jerry's kind of standing, back a little watching this. And Ralph's going, and he didn't say a word. This guy didn't say a word. He just looked straight ahead. They said he looked like emaciated, like the living dead. Never said a word. Okay, Ralph was ready to get in, and Jerry's like, no, I don't think so. He tells, well, I think we're okay. We're not far. We'll walk. Door closes. Guy takes off. They look back. He's gone. No taillights. No nothing.
Oh, man.
No nothing. So, yeah, I that's not the first I've heard of these coming out of nowhere like that. They don't know who this guy was, where he came from. It was a straight road.
And his door
It was
just
gone.
opened automatically.
Yeah. Because the dome light came on. The door just
They're
opened.
very lucky they did not get in that car.
Absolutely. And then they went back to when they got to his aunt's house, they went upstairs now. Her house was haunted. The rocking chair, you could see the old man in the rocking chair in there and stuff. This was, you talk about in the holler. This is in a holler. I know what a holler is now. Okay. But anyway, they're in bed, and they see this green mist coming up the stairs. They heard the stairs. They thought it was their aunt coming up the stairs to kind of yell at them for being so late. This green mist comes in the room and hangs in there. Ralph kind of cries out and hides under the covers. Which was
with Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph was Ralph. Yeah, he's one. Can talk shit, but he'll hide. But Jerry's like, "What the hell is this?" And then it started going back out down the stairs, and you could hear the different stairs creak. So he followed it down, and it just kind of hung there at the bottom of the stairs and then disappeared. And he thought somebody was screwing around, but he checked his cousin's room and stuff, and everybody was sleeping. So yeah, this was the same night. It was just one of those bizarre evenings. So yeah, I like I said, that thing coming out of nowhere and not saying a word, that just was boom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. That kind of reminds me when I lived in Roseman, California. We lived in an apartment there that was pretty haunted. Mm-hmm. And my neighbor above us used to tell us that when we were gone, they could hear like the cabinet slamming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was a night that I woke up. I was in the living room sleeping, and I remember looking up, and it was a really small apartment. So in the living room, the couch was kind of perpendicular with the hallway, so on the other side of where the living room is. And I just remember looking up, and there was this white mist. It's like this weird white mist coming down the hall, and I remember just coming. And I did the same. I'm sorry, I'm with Ralph. My covers went over my head.
That could have been a spirit.
I did not want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, but that apartment was weird, too. There was, my sister had a puppy, and she left it home to go to the store and come back. The puppy was dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And stuff like that. After she had her son, because my sister lived with my mom, when she had her baby.
Yeah.
And when he was born, my sister was in the room. She said that my nephew smiled real big at the sky, and all of a sudden her window slammed in her room.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we never did any research on it or anything, but I'm pretty sure somebody died there or something.
Yeah.
That had to have been.
Well, I guess his aunt was just matter of fact about it. Yeah, this old man comes in, he sits a spell in the rocker, then he's done and leaves. It's just she was so used to it.
Well, you do like that house I lived in Oklahoma before it started getting really depressing and violent. Before we really knew what was going on there, or even suspected anything evil type stuff.
Yeah,
that's how it was. You always heard noises. You heard people walking. You heard, you know what I'm saying. You just felt like you were being watched in certain rooms. Type stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So. You just get to the point where it's yeah, well, they're not bothering anybody, who cares, know? But then it got to the point where when you finally figured out, like, what happened, like, all those years of people getting sick, and
Right.
it's all related to that, and then when you're the only one there left and it's picking on you, you're like, okay, there's a problem.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I guess there were several things going on there, but his aunt was like just matter of fact about the whole thing. So,
but you know what? That's a generational thing, I think, too.
Yeah.
Because like you look at people, like I have, people that live in England that I talk to, and over there they look at that kind of stuff totally different.
They do. Yeah, that's very true.
They accept the ghost as just like a way of life almost. I'm not talking everybody, but the people that I know. And like just in like you even look at like old, well, you look at the Dickens Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like you look at stuff like that, and it's like people just accept that kind of stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
Why it was so popular. They used to tell ghost stories at Christmas.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
So it's like, it's just generational and different people. Do you know what I mean? It just depends on where you come from. And some people see ghosts as evil. Other people see them as friends. Other people...
Yeah. No.
I see it more, I don't know. Like I said, I see different things different days.
Yeah, I do too, I think. I think we do if we've had the experiences. We tend to look at it quite differently. So
yeah. So like we're you're actually seeing that person on the road.
Yeah.
I seen that, we seen that guy. I mean, it was like, it was just so bizarre. Not a word was spoken. Not like, hey, how you doing? Whatever.
No.
Now walking, and he just comes just out of nowhere, just riding by with this big old grin.
Yep. Yeah, this guy just stared straight ahead, didn't say a word to them. Yeah, I said that too. I said, you guys are damn lucky you didn't get in that car. Who knows where you would have went.
My dad, years ago, told me a story of this. He said that he was really tired. He was a truck driver, and he's really tired at the wheel of his truck. And he told me this story, and he told it for years. So I don't know if it actually happened or if he just believed, but he believed it happened. And if nothing else,
You're right.
He was really tired. He said he was just falling asleep at the wheel, and they call him No Eye Jack, supposedly these truckers. And he said that this truck come pulling up beside him, and he happened to look over, and the guy turned on the dome light. He didn't have any eyes.
Oh, my God.
The truck driver had no eyes and was looking right at him. So he said, I just woke up. And supposedly people see this ghost truck driver when they're tired. When they're falling asleep, when they're getting ready to wreck or something like that. Supposedly he scares them to the point that they wake up.
Wow.
And
that would wake me up.
That when you see this thing, you're about to die or whatever, which obviously happened because he lived 30 years after the fact.
Right. But that would wake me up. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he said, that he was in, all of a sudden this truck came, and he just kind of, casually looked over, and the dome light came on in the truck. He's looking right at him, and he has no eyes at all.
I think I'd have peed my pants at that point.
And then he said the truck just kind of went back a ways. He said, I sped the hell up, got the hell out of there, I was wide awake after that.
Excuse me, yes, definitely. I think I'd have peed my pants seeing something like that. Oh, my Lord.
Right? And well, apparently at the time, a few truck drivers had this story.
Yeah, I believe
of this person. So, yeah.
Ooh, that would be so. Can you imagine seeing something like that?
My dad told that story for years, and then he also told the story of the kid. This was like way back in, like, it happened to him in the early 80s. And he said that he was driving truck down in Texas, and he said he remembers seeing a dust storm ahead, and this little kid, he swears there was a little kid playing ball in the road. And he said that the little kid threw his ball up in the air, and the ball started, like, rotating in the sky.
Wow.
And the kid ran into this house that was by the road, and then he said, I knew then it was a tornado, coming. It wasn't just dust. So he said that he backed his truck up as far as he could, and then it crossed the road, and he was fine. But he swears that but then he said he drove by there again 2 weeks later, and his house was like all broke down, like it had been abandoned in the 1930s.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he swore on everything that happened. And I said, well, maybe it was a different spot. No, it was the same spot. I'm telling you, it was the same. When my dad was a type, he went by mile markers and things like that.
Yep.
And he could tell you exactly which mile marker it was at and everything,
yeah. Wow, that's creepy.
But he said he slowed down because the dust storm was coming, and this kid was in the road, and he was like, he said he honked at the kid. He honked at the kid. The kid threw the ball in the air. The ball started like rotating in the air.
Wow.
And he looked down, the kid ran in the house, so he knew that wasn't just a dust storm, so he backed his truck up, and that thing, it got off went across the road and off into the field.
Wow.
Yeah, so he said he kept going, and then he went back by there, a few weeks later, and the house looked like he said, it looked like it was abandoned in like the Dust Bowl or something.
Wow.
It wasn't torn, it wasn't like in pieces or nothing. It just looked like the windows were out and the door was gone.
Totally
that
abandoned
for years. Growing inside of it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's creepy.
Yep.
That's creepy.
He swore that happened. Yeah, he looking at crazy stories in the road. But those two really stood out, especially the no-eye Jack.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Every time we drive, I don't want to look at that truck. I don't even care.
If I seen something like that, I would probably definitely crash it. That's just creepy as all get out. Ooh, gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. And then the kid, it's almost like the kid was warning him.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. So you never know.
No, you don't.
Like the butterfly people in the tornado.
Yeah. Feel free to share your stories, everybody.
Yes.
We want to hear. Wow. That's just creepy. I'm sorry. Yep. No eyes looking at you.
Yeah, like you said, it's the middle of the damn night, and he's tired, ready to, fall asleep, and he said he seen that thing pull up and just looked over, and the dome light come on, the guy's just staring at him.
With
and
no eyes. Oh, God.
No eyes.
I bet he was awake for about 3 days after that.
Well, he said even when he pulled off later to try to sleep, he couldn't.
Yeah.
He said he was scared to death that this thing was going to come back after.
I can't say I blame the man. Wow. That's insane. That's insane.
And that's back in the days when truckers were big.
You had
the
80s and 90s.
and all that. So. Yeah, that's back when they were making movies about truck drivers.
Oh yeah,
and stuff. It's so.
When that was the thing, that was the best job in the world.
Yep.
One of them, anyway. Absolutely.
Well, it still should be the most respected job, because we wouldn't have crap if it wasn't for trucks. So.
Yeah, we wouldn't have food, people.
We wouldn't have anything.
Nope. No, we wouldn't.
They say if you have it, a truck brought it. So yeah, it's like. But can you imagine, though, you're hauling stuff in the middle? Oh, my God. But after he told me that, though, it was for years I would ever even look at a truck. Like, if they passed by me on either, it didn't matter which side. Like, if I'm on the left side and they were on the right and I was past them, I didn't look at them. They passed me, I didn't look at them. I didn't want to know. And I'm not even tall enough to see inside the cab, but even just like a little bit I could see from my car, I didn't want to look.
I don't blame you. I could see where that would happen. I probably wouldn't either.
No, Barry, since he told me that, it's like, nope.
Nope.
Now every time I too, like in Texas, Panhandle, stuff like that, you see these old abandoned houses.
Yeah.
And I always think, I think about a story then, and it's like, it makes you wonder, who lived there?
Yeah.
Who died there?
Yeah. What is the story?
Especially in the Panhandle, you're in the Dust Bowl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
People's families, their kids and stuff would die.
Yeah.
They would bury him on the property, so who knows?
Yep. You wonder what the stories behind these places. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Be interesting. Maybe you don't want to know.
One time I had gotten out, there was this guy that I knew that was almost like have you seen those people that go around and like they get stuff from abandoned properties and they sell it and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
He was one of those people. He was like a peddler,
Yeah.
So he asked me if I would go out to this place. I said, yeah, sure, So it was a place I was curious about anyways, because there was like this old 1930s car that was outside of this place and this old abandoned shack and house. And okay, so, and nobody really, the owner of this property hadn't been seen in years. So, some guy in New York or something owned it. And he said that he could go on it. If he could pick something, he could, except for the car. The car had to stay. So we go on this property. And I wouldn't go in the buildings. They just look like they're ready to fall over at any time. And anybody that knows the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, the winds there are like hurricane force.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
So we're out there, and it's like, it was just an eerie feeling, it wasn't anything scary, but it was just like eerie, like just to think that people lived there and they just had to up and abandon their property for whatever reason,
Yeah.
Then I remember this piece of paper flew out of one of the buildings, and you could it was like really sun-worn,
Yeah.
and you could barely see it, but like there was like just part of a picture left, and you could see a covered wagon.
Oh my God.
And something below it. It said life before the 20th century or something like that, and it was like, oh my God.
Wow.
And then we were there for about a good, 15 minutes, just kind of looked around. All of a sudden, this animal came out from one of those buildings and flew across and went underneath. I was like, I'm out. I'm back in the car.
I'm done.
He's out. And he stayed there for a minute, but then he came back out. He's like, I don't know what that thing is. He said, but I don't want to know what it is.
Yeah, Not going to find out.
And we ended up not taking anything because it just creeped me out too much. So I want to take nothing from this property. I don't want nothing from it.
Yeah, probably a wise thought there. Absolutely.
No. And then what's even more odd is about 60 days later, I went by there, and the house that was on that property was like it was down, but it looked like somebody just like pushed it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was all
still
together, but it just got pushed over.
Wow. Just pushed it. Wow.
Yep. It had been there since the 30s.
Wow.
All of a sudden, it's down.
Wow.
So it was really weird.
Yeah, probably a good thing you didn't take anything from there. Phew.
Hello, I've watched too many horror movies for
that. Got that right. And don't hang around. Yeah, no. Don't go into it.
As soon as I see an animal go from one place to another and I did not recognize what that animal is, I'm gone.
You got that right. Don't stick around and go, I wonder what that was. Let's go see. No. Not a good idea. Ooh, you have some good stories. Good stories.
Definitely. And I used to tell people, like, when I first saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it was in California, and I used to think, oh, yeah, like anybody could get away with something. Go to the Texas Panhandle.
You got that right.
Some of those roads. Trust me, something like that could happen.
Or the hills have eyes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yes.
Well, and then there's stories of, like, outside of Amarillo, there's supposedly these weird little hills, and supposedly there's hill people that still live there.
I heard that somewhere.
Yes. So supposedly, like, outside of Amarillo, Texas, there's almost like these water eroded, like, small canyons, I guess you could say. I don't even know what you would call them. But supposedly some people during the Dust Bowl were forced, to go somewhere, and they didn't have money and stuff like that, so they started living down in these canyons where they had water and food and stuff like that. They supposedly made, like, these little homes in, like, the sides of these things. And people claim they still see those people. To this day, that there's people that still live down there.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me any. It really wouldn't.
Well, hell, there was a guy that lived under a bridge outside of Amarillo for years.
Yeah, there you go.
For years, and it was right underneath the freeway. He lived under that bridge ever.
There you go.
Yeah. So, you just never know.
No, there's...
I mean, people claim that they've seen people carrying deer out there and they just disappear, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard them stories out there. I've been through there. Yeah, and there's plenty. It wouldn't surprise me. You would never know, But there could well be people out there. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to go find out, knock on the door.
No, that's me. I'm not going to go in the mills and start poking around myself, but... But you think about it, I mean, every town has a story. Every town has something.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter how big, how small. Like there's a place in the Oklahoma Panhandle, supposedly, there's some little weird challenge that these kids do at some road, another 90-degree angle type road,
Yeah.
Supposedly where the 90-degree angle is that if you drop somebody off there alone and you have to drive exactly 1 mile down the road and come back, supposedly that person is like insane and crying and stuff.
Why would you do that?
But they don't remember what happened to them.
Why would you?
Exactly.
Why would you even do that? Oh my God.
But supposedly this is like some kind of challenge to see like if something actually happens to you.
And
so these Yachty kids are doing it, and they claim stuff happens. So they're dropping people off at this corner, and then their friends drive down the road, and then they come back, and this person supposedly like just screaming, crying, it's like totally just nuts, and they don't know what happened to them.
Oh, great, sure.
Right.
Now, who in their right mind would even try?
Yeah, it's like, let's see. So this person was screaming and crying, and their hair was all aroused, and their clothes was ripped, and this and this. Oh, hey, I want to do that.
Yeah. No. Wow.
But supposedly this happens to people, but I don't know. There's no stats on how many people have done it, but you hear stories. So.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. No.
Right.
Come on, let's go on out there. Okay.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'd be like, you people are crazy. Let me know how it goes for you. No. Oh my Lord. Okay. Oh, you're screaming and crying. Let's do it again. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Come on.
Yeah. Every time we talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though, every time I hear about it or whatever, I think of that commercial where they hide behind the chainsaws, and it just cracks me up.
Why don't we just go in the car? Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Because that's exactly what they do. It's crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that commercial.
Let's go in the graveyard. And he's just like shaking his head, rolling his eyes. I know.
Great idea. Crazy. Yeah.
Why don't we just go in the running car? Are you insane?
Hey, I love that commercial. It cracks me up.
Oh, me too. This is literally one of my favorite commercials ever.
Yes, definitely. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, please share your stories with us. We want.
Yeah, if you have any kind of haunted stories, I want to know about it.
Absolutely. Anything. And you can get a hold of us at...
You can get a hold of us at KBLP LLC on Facebook, KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, and you can also get a hold of us at Encounters and Ecto on Facebook. You can leave a message with either one of us, or you can just put a post on there like, please contact me, anything like that, and we'll get back to you.
Absolutely. Please do.
Definitely. And not just ghost stories either, any alien type stuff.
Any strange.
Or any, weird ghost type stuff. We want to know about it.
Absolutely. And we'll, if you don't want to be your name mentioned, we won't do that. We'll keep your anonymity. And
yes, you will remain anonymous.
Absolutely. So no worries there. Lots of crazy things going on out there, and then you have
crazy stuff in the world.
Yeah, the UFOs happening.
The UFOs tripping me out because it's like 200 in 1 month. I mean, that's like crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So yeah, if you see any weird lights, any UFOs, anything, please let us know. I want to know about it.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely, we do. So yes. So, you got anything else for tonight?
Not that I can think of right now.
Good. I think we covered quite a bit.
We did. So yeah, definitely if you're in Wisconsin, go to Bray Road where the Beast is. Like I said, just check it out. Be respectful of people's property.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
doing stupid stuff. Weary Road,
Yeah.
and it's right outside of, was it Evansville, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, go out there, check it out. But like I said, be respectful of people's property, be respectful of the roads, and I highly suggest you don't go there at night. That's all on you if you do, because the stuff that I seen there and just the stuff that I witnessed, I would not want to witness that at night.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No way.
No, probably a good thing you went there. If that kind of stuff happened during the day, I can imagine at night. But if anybody out there does go, please let us know what anything that happens.
Or if you've been out there already and what you've experienced. I've talked to people who claim that they've seen like this white creature go across the road.
Oh yeah, I saw
out there
that.
Partying and getting stoned, and they seen this white creature go across the road.
I saw that. But yeah, let us know, please. I'd like to know your experiences. So.
Yeah, when I heard that thing in the sewer just going,
yeah,
like just weird. All I kept thinking, man, that freaking clown's down there.
We'll see a balloon pop out. Yeah,
exactly.
Nope, not investigating that. Going to pass on that one. Yeah.
Like, no, Pennywise, not today, sir, not today.
Oh my God.
All I kept thinking is, those flashes.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to know what happened to Timmy's boat, so no.
No. Yeah. Don't know. Don't want to know. That's okay. Thanks anyway. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You may like to float, but I like my feet on the ground.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't blame you there. Not a bit. Not a bit. So, yeah. So, I guess that wraps it up for tonight. Thanks for joining us. And we'll be back in 2 weeks for Encounters in Ecto.
We'll see you all then.
Yep. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.